Welcome to Love is on the Air, and we're still here at the Flint Room, as you can see, as we love it so much. So this is a video podcast specific to wedding suppliers and the kindness in the industry. It's so important to wedding suppliers to form alliances and trust within the industry to be able to support each other. And that is why this podcast, video conversation thingy, whatever you want it to be, but it's a conversation to give suppliers an opportunity to reach out to the hundreds, if not thousands, of newly engaged couples to get an insight into what the suppliers do and how they do it. As the series goes on, we'll build a database of episodes that will hopefully give those couples searching for a specific type of supplier some of the answers they need. So to keep updated with the videos and the podcast, just follow, subscribe, depending on what you are listening to or watching this on. Anyway, this is not about me. This is about my next guest. Today, I am lucky, because especially for you, you're... Sorry.
I've not heard any of these before.
You've never heard any of these before, ever. Because I'm so original and funny, obviously. I'm laughing at my own jokes. Okay, so today I'm lucky because especially for you, your eyes won't believe it, but I have my hand on my heart. Padam. You haven't heard that one yet?
No.
When I say that my next guest is a makeup artist with a double life. I have never seen her and Kylie in the same room together, just saying, so maybe they are the same person. It's the wonderful Kirstie Barton from Kirstie Barton Makeup!
Oh, hello, darling.
The crowd goes wild. Yeah. Hi, Kirstie.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Amazing, good to see you.
Good to see you.
And thank you for being part of Lovers on the Air.
Thank you for having me.
That's all right, no problem at all. So, you, Kirstie Barton Makeup. What do you do? Obviously, it says it on the tin, which is pretty much. So I could Kirstie Barton Makeup. I do hair. Obviously not. So what is it you do, and how do you do it?
So I have been a makeup artist now for 15 years. Yeah, 15 years.
Really?
This year is 15 years.
Wow.
And I started off doing a lot of photography.
Yeah.
You know, the red letter days.
Oh, yes.
I would do the hair and the makeup for those red letter days. And I did that for a few years. And then I just suddenly thought, I really want to go off into more wedding and more that kind of stuff. I did a few of them and thought, I'd quite enjoy this. It's just lovely to be part of someones big day, isn't it?
Oh my goodness, definitely.
So I did extra courses and then, started doing wedding makeup probably in about 2012.
Okay.
So that's where I've been ever since.
Amazing.
Doing that.
So, I mean, we've worked together on a couple of weddings before. I just love your energy.
More than a couple,
More than a couple.
More than
but
a
it's
couple.
style shoots as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's just so many things that we've sort of seen each other, and we've always got each other's backs. And most recently we did not most recently, because we've done another one since then, but we did a style shoot at the Dial House.
Oh, yeah, that was good fun. That was really good fun.
In Elsham. But we did it for an amazing fashion designer called Somebody Else's Guy, Corey Dixon,
brilliant.
Somebody
Amazing.
Else's Guy, and she sent through these most amazing piece of fashion that she upcycles and creates these masterpieces out of, which Ian Watkins, H from Steps, is using. The Dancing on Ice stars are using. Strictly Come Dancing. Literally, she's everywhere at the moment.
And Marcus wore them that day, didn't
And
he?
Marcus
He looked
wore
amazing.
them that day. Yes, of course. I think you were a little bit infatuated by Marcus.
I was actually. I was a little bit, yeah.
She's like, I was like, Kirstie,
You're so pretty.
you can't stop talking.
You're so beautiful. He was beautiful.
He's still beautiful, isn't he?
Yeah.
Marcus, beautiful. You heard it here.
Really, I tend to work with brides who. Oh, that's another question, isn't it? I'm going to go into.
I like it. No, it's fluid. Let's go with it.
Okay. So I do tend to work with brides that prefer a more natural look.
Yeah.
So they tend to be my brides that get in contact that will say, I don't wear makeup.
Yeah.
I want to be wearing makeup on my day. I don't want to feel not like me.
Okay.
So it's really working on that no makeup look, or that very, very natural makeup look.
Amazing. And you said that they find you on Instagram, for example.
Instagram tends to be the way most people find me.
And I think because your name is so prolific out there, and people know about you. Prolific.
Is it?
Prolific. We said that word. Prolific. Right. And it's just such a lovely, when people get in touch with you, a lot of people recommend you. That's what I was trying to get at. So many people that have used you before that will then say, I had Kirstie.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm recommending you, the first thing I'll say is that she used to be a double for Kylie.
And that's the first thing people say when they come to my to the trial. They kind of sit there and they go, "You do really look like her, don't you?" And I'm like, "Oh." Yes.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, thanks for that. I've not heard that before. But
Yeah.
you used to be a double for Kylie.
Yeah, I did.
So there you go. So we'll not get to that today. That's
No.
another conversation.
That's a whole other interview.
How have you seen the industry change over the last couple of years, and what have you done to stay relevant? Obviously, there's been COVID.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely changed since COVID. It was really, really busy straight after COVID, and then obviously it then kind of calmed down a bit. But I have to say, I mean, from when I started to now, it's gone a lot more on social media. So, you know, you've had to up your game with the whole social media side of things.
Yeah.
Because like I say, most people will find you on Instagram. They want to see the visuals. They want to see who you are.
Indeed.
And get a little bit of your personality before booking you. And I have to be totally honest, I have had to majorly up my game on Instagram because I just, you know, that wasn't something that I did.
Yeah.
And even now, it's trying to sort of stay relevant and to put your face out there, which I think has been a lot harder. It's been a lot harder from not doing that to start with.
Yeah.
And it's obviously, that's the way it's all gone. But yeah, just
I think the same with this as well. It's like with the Lovers on the Air podcast. There's lots of people doing podcasts and stuff, and more people, like you say, releasing videos of the stuff. They're doing BTS footage of like on the wedding days and stuff like that. It's like you have to be a master of many
absolutely.
talents and stuff. You have to have that ability to be able to, and the time.
Yeah, and the reels to make those sort of engaging and all. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the reasons why we want to do this as well. So like, not just get the video content, but also be able to talk to suppliers and be able to, because we never get a chance to do that on a wedding day as such.
Although we do, don't we?
Well, to be fair.
We do.
We break the rules, don't we?
Yeah, we always have a little giggle, don't we?
You've got to have a giggle on the wedding day, definitely. And I think the brides sometimes feed off that as well, don't they? If we're having a laugh, that puts them at ease as well.
I think that's it. I think it is building that trust, isn't it?
Yes.
With your suppliers.
Definitely.
And also, and it's lovely when your suppliers do know each other, because it's sort of like being around all your friends in the morning.
Yeah. Oh my goodness,
which is how you want it to be.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
And it's like, you know, when I go to like a consultation, I try to get up that nice rapport, which I'm sure you do as well.
Yeah.
And the fact that you want them to feel relaxed on the day. So when we go in there and we all know each other, we're chatting about stuff and we're chatting to them, you know, include them in the conversation. It's just having a laugh and bringing that vibe with us and stuff.
And I think because we've been in the industry quite a long time now, there's not many people that I haven't met and I don't know. So that's quite nice.
Yeah, indeed.
It is quite
definitely.
Nice.
What's the main thing that you give your clients that is unique to you?
Unique to me? Well,
this is the Kirstie Barton experience.
It's the Kirstie Barton experience. I do a bit of Kylie. No, I don't do a bit of Kylie.
Oh my God. No, I should bring steps with me.
No, I don't. I would say that the other thing that I do is I do Reiki and therapies.
Yes, you do, yes.
So I'm quite calm. So I like to think that I would bring that calmness.
Yeah.
So sometimes we will have a moment, me and the bride, because it's always that, and I kind of know that it gets to that point. I'm the last person seeing the bride usually.
Okay.
And they're sat in front of me, and that's when they suddenly go, "Oh my God, I'm starting to feel a bit nervous now, whereas I didn't feel nervous before." And it's that point that, you know, unbeknown to them, I've got my Reiki switched on and I'm doing a little bit of calm. So,
that's really interesting. So I love that. I never knew that you did that on the day as well.
I don't tell people I do that.
You don't tell it, but it's just naturally...
I just calm. And it's funny because sometimes afterwards my feedback will be, you know, you were really calm, you kept me really calm.
Yeah.
And I think, it's the Reiki.
And then I come in and upset you all. It's like, oh my God, Richard, get out! Exactly. Usually when you're doing the lip liner,
exactly.
don't talk.
You know, just ask a question. Can you not ask a question now, please, Richard?
That Reiki trainer's right out the window.
Yeah.
Okay, flip reverse it. Woo! Time for you to ask me a question.
Okay.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
There are so many questions I could ask you now.
So many questions.
So back in the day.
Oh goodness, in the day.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
were you a red coat or a blue coat?
I was a blue coat.
You were a blue
I was a blue
coat.
coat.
So that's where your entertainment side comes from originally, I guess. And then
Yeah.
obviously I know you did singing and acting,
Yeah.
dancing,
Dancing and
steps.
Yeah, steps, exactly, yes.
Yes, exactly. Just doing a little show here
Ta-da,
today.
tragedy. That's best forgotten. Sorry.
But yeah, so you've obviously brought that with you because I think that's your fun side. So what would be your perfect client?
Good question. I love that. I think having a client which is, they're open to having the fun element. It's like they're not going to get stressed. It's like, well, hopefully, you know, with you being there, with the wedding suppliers that they've chosen,
Yeah.
they've chosen the people that will make them feel at ease and to bring that fun along with them as well.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because like, I never thought that I would be able to introduce that into wedding photography.
But that is you, isn't
But
it?
that's what
That's you.
You've said that all along. A couple of other friends have said that all along, just saying people are booking you because of you, the way that you are.
Yeah.
And I was trying to compete with these amazing photographers out there, and they, you know, hopefully we'll have a few on here as well to talk about on, you know, Love Is on the Air, the podcast and stuff like that, to show you how they work. Because the lovely thing is everybody works differently. So I had to realise quite quickly that I don't need to be in competition with anybody.
No.
It's community and sort of
Absolutely.
learning from people, but also using my background as an entertainer to be able to bring out the best in people. You know, it's like when I'm on stage, I'm just like, or when I used to be on stage, I was very much like, I wanted to make sure everybody was enjoying it. I wanted to make sure everybody smiled. And it was just
And
like,
to
if
be
there was one
inclusive,
person,
yeah.
you know, with their arms crossed, that was a challenge to me. They could be having a great time. That's just the
Yeah,
way that they
yeah.
express themselves. But it's like, oh my God, I need to make sure, I need to work on that person. It's like, whereas at the group shot, that's my opportunity. If I've done my job right in the morning, I've got to know a lot of them already, and to be able to sort of engage with them and call a few of them out by name, which they love, and there's like use a couple of them that are up for a good laugh as like the joke and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of banter between us, and if people have got banter in the morning, you can usually tell the rest of the day is going to go amazingly well. Because
Well, I've seen you work with people who
Yeah,
you've
sorry
said
about
to you at the beginning. I've said to you at the beginning, oh, I'm just going to tell you now, I don't like having my picture taken.
Yeah.
And, you know, and you have managed to capture images that they really love of themselves without, and by making them naturally relax. And I think that is your skill, is getting people to totally relax and be themselves.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you must stay friends with most of your clients.
The lovely thing is,
afterwards.
yes, I do, which is lovely because you work up a nice rapport with them.
Yeah.
It's not just about the wedding day itself, it's about the journey leading up to it. And so you've gone for the consultation, you've gone for like the pre-wedding shoot, if they want a pre-wedding shoot.
Yeah.
You get to know about them and their lives and how
Yeah.
they met.
Yeah.
And they do become friends. It's like, so on the day, they feel as if they're having their photos taken by a friend. And somebody that you've worked up, you know, a rapport and trust with,
Yeah.
to make sure that you can possibly get the best out of them.
And I think as wedding suppliers, I mean, I that's probably what I try and do with my clients as well. Because,
You do, definitely.
Yeah, you just want them to feel like they've got their friends with them in the morning.
Yeah.
And that, you know, that they're that you know you've got everything in hand. They haven't
Yeah.
got to worry about anything.
Exactly that, yeah, totally. Okay, so out of all the wonderful things that you have bought for your job,
Oh gosh.
I know, and there's been a few, because I know I'm the same, what has
Yeah.
been your favourite and how will it benefit your couples?
Are we talking about, you know, as in makeup brand
Well,
things I've
I
bought,
was chatting-
or?
Chatting to Flamingo Amy Taylor, sorry, and she bought a neck fan, not necessarily for her.
Oh gosh, yeah, I've seen her neck fan.
but for her couples,
Yeah.
you know, her brides, that has gone, oh my goodness, I needed that. And it's like just the little things that make a huge difference.
Yeah,
So
no.
she's already got the tools for the trade and stuff.
Gosh, I mean, there are certain. I was thinking that this question the other day, and I was thinking, gosh, there's so many like products that I could talk about
Yeah.
that I'm just like,
Oh,
these,
of course,
these products are amazing. I mean, I am a little bit of a Charlotte Tilbury fan.
Charlotte Tilbury.
I am a Charlotte Tilbury fan, and I do really love a lot of the Chanel Universal Bronzer.
Oh, you're so posh.
Beautiful, I know. I know.
It's been said before.
Yes. And what else? Hourglass concealers. Makeup by Mario palettes, they are amazing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Lots of stuff then.
There's so many bits. And the thing
stuff.
is, I'm constantly adding to my kit. So,
Yeah.
you know, because I do sort of try to go on a lot of education. So I'll do a couple of education days in a year.
Okay.
Just to keep relevant.
Just to keep,
you know,
and up
just
to date with the new things that are coming out and stuff, of course. Yeah,
So
well,
then
that's
I'm
important, yeah.
So I'm always spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
But most of those things, you know, will get tried by me and then hopefully make it into the kit.
Love that.
So, yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully make it into the kit.
So what type of couples would you say are drawn to you and your style? I think you answered this earlier. It's like the natural sides.
I definitely think it tends to be, my ladies tend to come to me because they want to stay quite natural.
Yeah.
And I do sort of specialise in that. So that it does tend to be that natural look.
Okay.
Where they just sort of, you know, are still able to, a lot of the time they'll turn up and they'll say, you know, my other half doesn't really like me wearing a lot of makeup.
Okay.
And he's quite nervous about what you're now going to do.
I see what you mean, okay.
So, you know, I've got to, you know, always then will probably ask them, did your other half like your makeup?
Oh my
you know,
goodness.
after the trial. And they'll be like, oh, he loved it. Yeah, it's great. So, yeah, they tend to be my ladies.
It's not like the 80s makeup anymore. It was like
No.
bright blue blusher
Right,
and
that's where I started. Pink blush, blue mascara, yeah, jade green eyeliner.
But it's a look.
Nice.
It's a look.
Yeah, dead looking lips. God.
But you live and learn. You get to know what's good for different
Yes.
types of people, don't you? And how,
Absolutely.
you know, to bring out their best side
Yeah.
as well, as it were.
Absolutely.
So, let's get serious for a second. Dun, dun, dun. I know, we can never be serious. What's the one piece of advice that you try to get your couples to follow out of all of the knowledge that you have, that you deliver on the day? What's the one piece that you really, really, really want them to listen to give them the best out of their day?
So, I mean, talking makeup wise, I would say, I mean, there's sort of, you know, I would say with my brides, it's skincare.
Oh, okay, yes.
So, your makeup is only ever as good as your skin is underneath it. So,
Interesting.
you know, you can cover things. You can cover, you know, spots and blemishes
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all those sort of things. But if you've got very, very dry skin, for instance, you need to get on top of that ahead of, because no makeup's going to cover that.
Yeah.
So you need to get on top of that ahead of the game. So I would say to my brides, you know, start looking at, when they come for their trial, you know, start looking at your skincare regime, you know, getting on top of that, maybe introducing a few more products if you're not using them already, maybe have a couple of facials.
Okay.
So, you know, you've got your skin in that tip-top hydrated state so that when the makeup goes on, it's going to last longer, it's going to perform better, look better.
Yeah.
So that skincare is huge. It's very important.
Huge. And I
It's very
must agree
important.
with you there, because I remember on the style shoot, you were looking, like you zoomed into the skin and stuff like that to make sure the makeup was looking right, to make sure
Yeah.
that you were happy with the products and stuff. And you're like, oh, there's a bit of dry patch there and stuff like that. We'll
Yeah.
have to try and sort of eliminate that for,
Yeah.
you know, the next change
Look.
the next look
Yeah.
that we were doing. And it's like your attention to detail was impeccable, because like just to make sure that you had the best interests of the
because,
model that
yeah,
we were using, but
I
also
think
for your work.
Also, I mean, it's, when you're doing a wedding, you know, it's very different to when you're doing editorial stuff. So when you're doing makeup for editorial, you know, those sort of things can be, you know, it's like a lot of people will bring me looks and they'll say, oh, I want to look like this. And you
Yeah.
have to say, this is quite photoshopped, you know.
Yeah.
So when you've got a bride, you've got to do that makeup because people are seeing her very
Yeah.
up close in the flesh. So you want her skin to look amazing.
Yeah.
So that's really, the skincare is just a huge thing.
Off the seriousness, favourite joke, go.
Oh,
Oh, have you got one? Oh my goodness!
what did the cheese say to itself when it saw itself in the mirror?
Oh my god, this is my son's favourite joke. I know this one.
Oh,
Hello me!
Oh dear.
Oh, I love that. Awesome. Jude will be very impressed by that one. I love that.
I hope so. I hope you're adding that to your January jokes.
Always, always. Lastly, is there anything that you would change in the industry to make it better for everybody? If there's one thing that you could change, what would it be?
I think people are starting to do it, but I think it's that not seeing people as competition.
Good point.
And
yes.
actually seeing and everyone helping each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that I'm friends with a lot of the other makeup artists in and around Norfolk and Suffolk.
Yeah.
And what's lovely is we've got groups. So, you know, if we can't fill that date for that bride, we can recommend other good makeup artists. And I think that's it. We're all, like you said, with the whole photography, we are all really good in our own right, really, at different things. So to not feel that competition with anyone else, but to sort of feel like, they're really good at their job, I recommend them for this. And so, it's the whole sort of helping each other out.
It is, and it's like, I think another photographer that I'm hopefully going to have on in a couple of weeks' time is Tatum.
Tatum.
And she coined the phrase for me that I'd never heard anybody else say it before, but community over competition.
Absolutely.
And it's just like, and I
100%.
love that, and I use that in my ethos now. It's like, just like, try and be friends with so many photographers, because you build up a rapport with them. If you can't do like a job, or you fall ill on a day or something like that, then you can rely on these other people that you've built up these alliances with and trust.
But also, you'll know how those other photographers work in some way, so you'll be able to match them to the couple. To
the couple as well, when you're sort of referring them and stuff. If they're asking you if you've got a date free and you haven't, then you can refer them to.
It's nice to be able to do that.
Definitely, yeah, without a doubt, definitely. Okay, bonus question. This is going to go into the poll. And I can already tell that I think that you're probably on my side with this one. But Crocs, love them or hate them?
Hate them.
Sorry, Leslie.
Sorry, Leslie.
Oh my goodness, that's like, I mean, there is a use for them, I'm sure, but I'm not sure what it is.
In the garden.
No, but even in the garden, it's still.
Well, I have to say, my daughter, because they recently all came back, didn't they, in fashion?
Did they?
Well, yes, because all the youngsters were suddenly wearing them, and I remember she sort of got these Crocs off the internet, and she said, and I was absolutely like horrified, and she was like, these are very trendy, Mum. These are very trendy. So clearly, I am not trendy.
I've gone right off Fleur.
You liked her before then?
Yeah, indeed, exactly. Oh, bless you.
No taste. Sorry, Leslie.
Sorry, Leslie. So, all the lovers, I wish that we could continue, but you can listen again if you step back in time. I couldn't help myself, sorry. If you have any questions for Kirstie, myself, or the Flint Room, please do pop your questions in the comments. Kirstie, you have been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining me on Love is on the Air.
Thank you for having me.
Oh no, it's amazing. I really wanted you to be a part of this as well, to be able to sort of. It's nice to be able to meet up with suppliers and be able to do something like this and be able to chat. So we're not rushing around on wedding days and stuff like that. I know, like we said, we have a laugh and stuff, but it's nice to be able to do this and give couples insights into how we work, how you work, and how the industry works, and like that. Again, community over competition, everybody collaborating to make the day as best as it can be for the couples. Join us next episode for something fresh and exciting. Not my jokes, unfortunately. Until then, love you!